Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. A Gilmore Girls Christmas movie on Hallmark. Just take a moment and imagine it. Snow blanketing Stars Hollow, twinkling lights glowing across the town square, Lorelai sipping hot cocoa at Luke's diner while Rory flips through a stack of books by the fire, and Kirk dressed as Santa with some outrageous new business scheme that has the entire town buzzing. It's the kind of holiday fantasy that fans of the beloved show have secretly been dreaming of for years. And now, with recent comments from Lauren Graham suggesting she's on board, the idea doesn't seem as far-fetched as it once did. When people talk about iconic comfort shows, Gilmore Girls nearly always lands at the top of the list. There's just something timeless about its quirky blend of rapid-fire dialogue, witty humor, mother-daughter bonding, and small-town charm. From its original run to its revival on Netflix, the series has kept its grip on fans across generations. But here's the thing, it never got its own dedicated Christmas movie. Sure, the show gave us a handful of wintry episodes sprinkled with snow, decorations, and festive spirit, but a full holiday special. That's a gap in the Gilmore universe waiting to be filled. Now, let's place this fantasy into context. Hallmark has practically built an empire on holiday movies. Their formula, heartwarming romance, snow-kissed small towns, holiday miracles, and cozy feel-good endings, aligns almost perfectly with the DNA of Gilmore Girls. Swap out a generic holiday backdrop with Stars Hollow, and you've instantly elevated that formula into something unforgettable. The quirky townsfolk of Stars Hollow already act like they're straight out of a Hallmark script, only sharper and more eccentric. Taylor Deuce obsessing over the holiday parade? Babette covered in glitter after going overboard with decorations? Miss Patty choreographing an elaborate Christmas pageant in the town square? It all writes itself. And then, at the heart of it all, Lorelai and Rory. Picture Lorelai's sarcastic wit clashing with the over-the-top cheer of Stars Hollow's festivities, while Rory returns home from whatever journalistic adventure she's been on to reconnect with her roots during the holidays. Add Luke reluctantly agreeing to dress as Santa at the town festival just to make Lorelai happy, and suddenly you've got all the makings of a Hallmark hit, but with that signature Gilmore twist. Lauren Graham herself recently sparked buzz by saying she'd be open to such a project. That's no small thing. She's been deeply protective of Lorelai as a character over the years, so for her to signal that she could see a Hallmark Christmas movie happening is enough to get longtime fans excited. And let's be honest, Lauren Graham thrives in holiday settings. Just think back to her in Bad Santa or her charming turns in other wintry stories. She understands how to balance humor, heart, and just enough vulnerability to make audiences melt. Of course, the big question would be, who else could return? Alexis Bledel, who brought Rory to life, has kept a relatively low profile in recent years, but the idea of her stepping back into Stars Hollow during the holidays feels like a career move fans would absolutely rally behind. Then there's Scott Patterson, who played Luke, the steady anchor in Lorelai's whirlwind life. His grumpy yet lovable presence behind the counter of the diner, maybe grumbling about snow shoveling or holiday music, would add that authentic grounding the film would need. And how about the supporting cast? Kelly Bishop as Emily Gilmore is practically a guarantee for delicious drama. Imagine Emily arriving in Stars Hollow for the holiday, perfectly coiffed, insisting on turning Lorelai's cozy chaos into something grand and elegant. The clash between Emily's refined holiday expectations and Stars Hollow's quirky small-town charm would provide comedic gold. Then there's Kirk. Oh, Kirk. Every Hallmark movie needs a wild card, and Kirk would embody that energy in spades. Maybe he's selling handmade wreaths that fall apart the moment you touch them. Maybe he's trying to direct a live nativity scene and accidentally casts himself in every single role. Whatever his scheme, it would add that extra dose of humor that makes Gilmore feel complete. Now let's take a step back and think about why a Hallmark Gilmore Girls Christmas movie would actually matter beyond just fan service. Hallmark thrives on predictable comfort, and while some critics might call their films formulaic, that's exactly what audiences want during the holidays, a safe, reliable story that makes them smile. Gilmore Girls, meanwhile, thrived on balancing comfort with complexity, delivering witty banter while tackling real emotions, family struggles, and the bittersweet nature of life's changes. Put those together, and you get something that feels both cozy and meaningful. Imagine a storyline where Rory, now older, comes home feeling uncertain about her career path or personal life, and the holidays in Stars Hollow remind her of what really matters. At the same time, Lorelai might be struggling with the chaos of managing the dragonfly and during the busiest season of the year, all while trying to balance her relationship with Luke. Through laughter, mistakes, and tender moments, both women find clarity, and the audience gets the exact blend of heart and humor that made the show iconic. The holiday setting adds layers of nostalgia and magic. Snow-dusted scenes would amplify the charm of the gazebo in the town square. Carolers could gather on the steps of Miss Patty's dance studio. Even Michelle could grumble hilariously about Christmas chaos at the inn while secretly enjoying it all. And of course, you'd have those Hallmark movie staples, a big community event, a conflict that feels high stakes but resolves with warmth, and a final scene where everyone comes together under glowing lights, cocoa in hand, singing or laughing as the snow falls. The idea isn't just appealing to fans, it's smart from a business perspective too. Hallmark consistently draws strong ratings with its Christmas lineup, and tapping into the devoted Gilmore fanbase would be a guaranteed success. It bridges generations. Longtime fans who watched the original run, new viewers who discovered the show on Netflix, and holiday movie enthusiasts who crave fresh spins on familiar formulas. But let's not overlook the emotional resonance. Gilmore Girls has always been about family, chosen family, biological family, and the bonds that endure despite flaws and conflicts. A Christmas special would give space to highlight that theme in its purest form. The holidays often magnify relationships, both the joy and the tension, and Stars Hollow is the perfect stage to explore those dynamics. Now, would this project be canon? That's an interesting debate. The Netflix revival, A Year in the Life, left fans divided, especially with its infamous last 4 words. A Hallmark Christmas movie might not attempt to resolve those storylines, but rather exist as a standalone slice of life, much like the holiday specials of classic shows. It doesn't need to reinvent the wheel or drastically shift the timeline. It just needs to let fans revisit a world they love in a new, heartwarming way. And let's be real, the timing couldn't be better. Nostalgia-driven content is thriving. We've seen revivals, reboots, and reunion projects across television. Holiday specials, in particular, are an easy way to deliver something satisfying without demanding a massive long-term commitment from cast and crew. One movie, 2 hours, packed with festive cheer, witty dialogue, and familiar faces. It's a win for everyone. The beauty of it is that fans don't even need perfection. What they crave is the feeling of being back in Stars Hollow, surrounded by characters who feel like old friends during the most magical season of the year. Even if it's not groundbreaking television, the emotional payoff would be enormous. Lauren Graham's willingness to consider the idea is the spark, but it's the fans who will keep the fire alive. Social media campaigns, petitions, and buzz have revived projects before, and Hallmark certainly pays attention to trends. If the demand is clear, and if the stars align, literally and figuratively, then the dream of a Gilmore Girls Hallmark Christmas movie could move from wishful thinking to reality. Picture it one more time. Lorelai and Rory walking arm in arm through the snow, sipping coffee from oversized mugs, exchanging rapid-fire banter about gift shopping disasters, while Luke watches with that quiet, affectionate smile. The town gathers for a tree lighting. Emily critiques the decorations. Kirk accidentally causes a power outage, and somehow it all ends with laughter, love, and maybe even a kiss under the mistletoe. That's not just a Hallmark movie. It's pure Gilmore magic. So, is the world ready for it? Absolutely. The appetite for nostalgic, feel-good stories is stronger than ever. The overlap between Gilmore Girls fans and Hallmark holiday movie fans is almost seamless. And the prospect of seeing Stars Hollow blanketed in Christmas lights, filled with laughter and love, is simply too perfect to ignore. At the end of the day, whether it's just a dream or something that could actually happen, the idea reminds us of why Gilmore Girls still matters. It's about comfort, connection, and the joy of returning home, even if that home is fictional. And maybe that's the best Christmas gift of all. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.